met Cliff to find out what exactly Christmas means to him. Here he is, Cliff Richard with Moya.
Cliff, do you have vivid memories of your childhood Christmases?
Yes, they're pretty vivid, although they seem to all merge into one. It seems to me when I think back that Christmas only happened once. I mean, I can just remember this great big sort of hall come communal dining room lounge thing which had black and white marble checkered floor and a long table that was filled with hundreds of people, and they were all relations. I mean, aunts and uncles and cousins and all that used to come down. And because we lived in India at the time that I was a child, we were spread around the country a bit, so Christmas time seemed to be a good time when everyone got together, and they always seemed to come to our place. So it's funny though, but I can't think of Christmas in any other way but that one way. And the one thing I remember is riding a tricycle around this room and around this table. Obviously it was a Christmas present at some point.
What age would you have been then?
24. No. I left India when I was not quite 8, so you're talking about a memory that must span between, say, 4, 5 through to 7.
Was there an emphasis in your childhood home on the religious side of Christmas?
No, I don't remember that. As a child, I went to a school in India, which was a church school, an Anglican church school, and I was in the choir, so there was a certain amount of religiosity in the family anyway, and the fact that it was a church school and I sang in the choir. So Christmas would have had a churchy aspect to it. But as a child, I mean, I don't know whether as a 6 or 7-year-old you're really concerned about the finer details of Christmas. It's just Jesus' birthday, and you don't even know who Jesus really is.
What does Christmas mean to you now?
Oh, well, it's a lot more now. I mean, obviously, funnily enough, even as a young adult, Christmas didn't mean much more than it did when I was a 7-year-old. I liked giving presents, I liked getting presents. Christmas was a time when you ate a lot and met a few friends. But I became a Christian about 21 years ago, and Christmas took on a whole new aspect for me now. In fact, Christmas usually is one function, one thing that I do every year, which is go to a carol service, preferably that serves communion on Christmas Eve. And to me, that is Christmas. That is when I say, okay, God, I say thanks to you in my little way for doing what you did. And to me, that is the whole of Christmas. The rest of it is just extra. I often think, in a way, Christians kind of come off the best because we've got two aspects of it. One that spiritually allows us to go and feel good about things, and the rest of it is what everyone else has. So there's a little extra something when you become a Christian as far as Christmas is concerned.
So there's no denial of any sort of the, say, materialistic side of Christmas when you do put an extra emphasis on the spiritual side?
No, I don't know that there's any need to have any denial when you think that the first gifts were gold and frankincense and myrrh. Gifts are a necessary part, I think, in remembering. But you see, the point is, it's only as a Christian that I began to remember what the gifts were all about. Before that, it was just prezzies, and if someone gave you something you didn't like, you moaned about it. Whereas now I say to myself, again, I can't say why other people do things. I can only say why I do them. When I give a gift to my sisters or my nephews and nieces, as far as I'm concerned, it represents the gift of all time, which was God giving us Jesus, in the shape of that man who ultimately died for us. But giving is important. I think it's an important and essential part of Christmas because of that factor. Because God gave, so he says, in remembrance of this, you give as well.
How will you be spending this Christmas day?
This Christmas day, in fact, my sister phoned me up and said, what are you doing? I said, well, I haven't got any plans. And she said, would you like to come and have Christmas with us? And I said, yes. So I shall be with one of my sisters. I shall see another sister perhaps on Boxing Day, because, funnily enough, even if I'm at home, I spread my Christmas out with 3 sisters with children. To have them all come over at one time is chaos. And I like to extend the Christmas anyway, so I see one of them on one day, miss a day, see another lot, and see the third lot some other time. So Christmas is special in many ways for me, but I shall spend it mostly at home.